And good morning, guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope today we will finish nailing the decks. Only 4 deck is left, so I hope we definitely will finish nailing the decks and we can apply some shellac and we can start working on the outer planking with nails on there. But before we will start working, I have a bad news and I have a good news. So, like in all movies, so the bad news or sad news, the winner of this raffle refused to pick up his prize because the cost of shipping the parcel to the United Kingdom is just twice price of this kit, so it's just really sad, but the winner refused to pick it up. So this kit is follows now to the second place for winner. Let me tell you the name of the winner. Just want to open the screen. So Robert Morrison, now this is your turn to pick up this prize. I mentioned you in the comment under the post with this raffle, with the winner of the raffle. You haven't responded, haven't contacted me, but please contact me. Under every video you can find a link to my website where I have a tab with contact me or feedback. Just specify the topic of the message raffle, so I will find it much faster. And you can pick up this personally if you are somewhere around Connecticut. So that was the announcement, and right now I'm looking at the deck. Where is my Canon? Right, I have connected my camera. How about now? And my cable is lighted. What's wrong? I'm sorry for this. It was working 5 minutes ago. So what's wrong with this one? Oh, I will try reconnect it one more time. Just don't know what happened, so let me try. Just to check on another screen. Interesting. And I will reconnect this cable also. Oh, finally. That was a question of touching cables, so maybe it is a cable. It's not my camera is trying to constantly disconnect during the live stream. So this is our deck, and we will work on it. I'm trying to decide where to put this small video so not to close the view on the deck. So we need to make straight line here, just to sand it probably, and we will nail it. We will mark also beams on this deck, and I will post a picture in the Facebook group with distances, because real beams are not in the same places where we have bulkheads like in the kit. So because we have bulkheads in specific place, we can see it here, but they are not the same for real beams on the real gunboat. That's why we are marking from the real drawings which are behind my back. So let's start working on this. I have some sandpaper. This is like 120, this is 240. It's not written there, but I know that it is 240. And checking comments. Actually, I will use brush to clean this so I can see my beautiful edge. It's not beautiful yet, but it will be. Now I will switch to 140 sandpaper. We'll make soft radius. I have lots of dust also on my decks, but it's not the time to vacuum clean it because I still will sand the decks, and I will sand it probably with 140 because I still have some traces from pencil marks. Maybe I will move this small video right here. This is the proper spot for it. Have you thought any more about the next model build? Yes, John, I have already an idea. Yeah, I'm promising to publish it and post it on the community tab or posts tab. I will publish it today. So I'm thinking about the same small kit, this dinghy. It's completely wooden with different colors of wood. So the color which you can see on this boat is just walnut and basswood, but combination of two woods makes it already beautiful. You don't have to paint it. That's why I think this is the best kit for complete beginners. So I just want to show on this specific model how to bend and work with wood, how to use glue. And because I was also chatting with the Model Expo store, they promised me to create a combo kit specifically for the next group build. It will be available with tools and without tools. So who really wants to start this hobby, model building, ship model building, you definitely have to try first model something without paint, because all the painted models, the idea is that you will hide all some weird spots on your model with paint, but paint makes, especially if it is first model, makes it look even worse if you made a mistake there. And my opinion is, if you are a plastic builder, then yeah, maybe painted model is just perfect one for the first kit for you, but for complete beginners in modeling, first kit should be completely wooden. And I'm usually saying that to build a boat usually is more difficult than to build three-masted ship. When I have seen this small boat, the dinghy, actually I realized that this one is very easy, not so that many awful curves where you have to bend very seriously your wood. Everything is laser cut, everything is wood, not plywood, so it will make this build really easy. And just to understand how glue behaves with wood, how to bend wood, and what is this wooden ship modeling. So that's why I think this will be the next one after Gunboat, Philadelphia. Then we will choose something. I will create a poll, where you can choose vote for your favorite model. Which one would you like to see after the dinghy? And we were talking about that it should be something painted, just to get some skills in painting models, and maybe one small sail or two, but mostly just to get skills in painting, and also something more complicated with planking. And then we can choose something bigger, interesting. So we'll think about that after we will reach the stage of second level difficulty. So right now I hope that I will finish Gunboat Philadelphia to the end of this year, so we can start next round with models from the beginning of the next year. So that's why I'm not rushing with all these votes and polls for models, because I think it is better to do it at least 1 or maximum 2 months before the next group build, so we will have enough time to buy kit, and but I will make it before the Christmas, all that sales and Black Friday, so you definitely can find something on sale. So yes, promise you, I will make a post today. Don't want to scratch sides, but definitely have to sand more here. And another weird spot, I checked drawings. This beautiful, I would say, corners of the deck, originally they were laying on the knees, and we don't have them in kit, so I'm thinking about to cut 2 knees right under this beautiful corners. Let's call it beautiful corners, because they should lay on something and they should be nailed to something, so and they were nailed to the knee. So that's why it is so weird. It's beautiful, but weird that it is hanging in the air. It shouldn't be like that, and it definitely is not hanging in the air. This is what I found on the original drawings from the Smithsonian Institution. Okay, I think this is good enough. I will use Scotch-Brite after drilling holes, just to polish it and to remove all that lint and hair from the holes after drilling. Right now I can see still some traces of pencil here. Better. Okay, now let's mark it. And I will use again my caliper. And we'll make a small diagram with dimensions. Like I did for the stern, for the midsection deck. So I will make the same one for the fore deck. If I will find a piece of paper, give me a second. And I don't know if it is really noticeable. At the moment I don't have light above my head. That's why my face is dark. I have lights only on the perimeter because my main light in the workshop died yesterday. I saw that these bulbs, I bought yesterday new bulbs, they are not working, so the entire unit of this light fixture is dead. And I don't know, it's probably as old as this house, because it was here when my husband bought this house. And it is really very old. I have seen cables with that textile around cables, so haven't seen such cables for ages. I don't remember when I have seen such the last time. So, but I need a pencil. So let me draw the pattern of the bow deck. And I will mark beams. So let me check them on the drawing. I believe here they are same width. 6.6. 6.5, 6.5, and the last one is much wider, 8.8. So let me calculate. I hope my caliper was 0, yes. So in our 1 to 24 scale it will be 6.6, in 1 to 16, in our 1 to 24 this is 4.4. So this is what I'm drawing right now. One, two, three, 4, and 5th is wider. So is number 4 or 2, 3, 4. All of them are 4.4 millimeters wide. And the last one is much wider, and it was 8.8. Now let's measure the distances. So I will measure it like this, this one, and this one. Yeah, that is correct. Good. Checking my caliper one more time so I will not get that error. .48 millimeters in our scale. This is 32. I'm measuring from edge of the deck to the first edge of the beam. Yes, Krum, thank you very much for fixing me. They are not original, they were made for building the replica. But they are based on the original Gunboat Philadelphia, and that's why I'm also using that 3D model, constantly rotating and checking how the nails were nailed in planks, etc. But yes, you are right, this is reconstruction drawings. Thank you. .98. So in our scale, this is 65. And then we have 148. This is 98 millimeters in our scale. And now I have to find my ruler. $132. So I will photograph it again. So let me mark it. With my notes, I can't say that this is a drawing even. This is just notes. Usually I'm drawing with a ruler or an AutoCAD, but this is what I got. I will photograph and publish it on the Facebook group with the group build. So let's mark it. First one is 32. 32 somewhere here. Then we have 65. The next one is 98. Actually, I found something different. Yeah, on these drawings, they have all the holes which are also existing on the gunboat. Like the after deck was much higher, and then they lowered it. So the traces from beams, square holes in the ceiling planking, are there. But here they are just with dashed lines, and just with a comment like this is where probably the after deck was, but and then they actually the deck is drawn. Yes, even right here on this drawing, or on previous one. Yeah, I can see just traces from these beams, but on the previous one I have seen comments. Just I glued it so I can't easily open the previous drawing. So I said 98. So I found something different from these drawings and real gunboat on the 3D model, which is available online. I don't remember already what. And also on these drawings, for example, that square opened on the flooring, nothing was there on the original gunboat, but on these drawings they suggested an option how the lid was made for that opening. So this is also sort of reconstruction, not only documentation. So it's just sort of a mix. You have to double check with it with the 3D model. And of course the rigging, this is pure reconstruction, because rigging, nothing was available, nothing survived on the real boat. 98. And actually with that rigging, I have a few questionable moments. Like on all ships and boats, first shroud was completely served, or the most, which one is most forward? Nothing on the drawings, it is only these eyes or loops of the shrouds are served, but nothing about the first shroud. Theoretically it should be served, entire length of the shroud. Okay, I have to use ruler, or no, I just locked it. 132 millimeters. So I'm thinking about to improve some rigging. This is just following by David Steele's, and because American fleet was just like copy pasta from English fleet, and this is what was like followed on the British fleet. They were for the warships, they were using thicker ropes or lines, in case to use proper term, and also they were left twisted or cable twisted. And what is left right twisted cable or hawser laid rope, I made an explanation, I believe 2 or 3 episodes in before. The first episode with shrouds on the HMS Boreas, it was 3 weeks ago. Just check it on the Friday's videos, Mizzen Shrouds. I have shown books, I have shown all these rules, and these rules were written for building real ships, not models. And that's why I prefer to use original sources than everything what like, even famous modelers, even Marquardt, I found huge quantity of mistakes. He was quoting David Steele, but he forgot to flip when he was explaining how to wrap a shroud around the deadeye. He forgot that Steele describes as you are sitting aboard the ship and turning the shroud around the deadeye and looking at it from the inside, inboard, when modelers are rigging, and Marquardt was explaining how you are sitting outside the model and rigging. So he explains how the tail of the shroud should go in correct way, but the direction of turning around the deadeye is wrong. And I found lots of such mistakes in his book. So, and I know lots of modelers who are using only Marquardt book, but why not to use original sources? So if somebody just forgot to just mirror something like this mistake. So why not to use original sources, and they are more available even than that expensive Marquardt's book. Yeah, he has lots of illustrations, very beautiful ones. Just visualize everything what is written in David Steele's book, because there it's mostly text, but if you will read it, it's so easily written. Even for me, when I was not... Right now I can read without any problems, but when I just moved here, English was for me like China's language, honestly. Right now I can read without any problems, but even back then, slowly I could read it and understand completely, just was struggling a little with terminology, but it was so easily written that it was very easy to understand even with bad knowledge of language. So let's mark them with masking tape. Yeah, it was found around New York, I believe. Another gunboat, and yeah, you just have written it, New York and... Yeah, New York is much closer to me, and because I was thinking about visiting Smithsonian Museum just to see the gunboat, and they closed that exhibition probably for the restoration, I think so. So now this option in New York probably is more realistic, just to see similar boat. Okay, I will need pencil, I will need a ruler, so I will need 1, 2, 3, actually 3 4.4 millimeters wide, and one will be 5.8 millimeters wide strip. 4.4, 4.4, 4.4, again 4.4, 4.4, and one more. So let me cut it. I prefer even marking on the such stiff and hard wood, I mean not hard type, but hard to cut, to sand, like boxwood or pear, just because of the traces from pencil. It's much easier when you have just masking tape to remove and you don't have to deal with all that pencil on the decks. And in case with basswood is so soft, it's very easy to damage it. So it's just perfect solution to mark beams with masking tape. And now you can see that original beam right in front of our bulkhead, kids bulkhead. It's not much as the same location. And this is also very often question I'm getting on my other models. Why I'm nailing not on the frames on the model? Because they are not frames, they are just bulkheads to create a shape of the model. They are not original bulkheads even or frames. They are just pure design of the manufacturer, just to create shape of the model. And original frames, they were usually much more of them, and beams for the deck, for example, they were placed originally mostly fourth frame. On each fourth frame, plus minus, we can get a beam on the deck, where the deck was nailed. So and the last one is wide one, so it was 5.8 millimeters wide. Let me mark it. Oh. And now we can check that our beam in the model and or bulkhead in the model and our beam is closer to the edge. Same, this one is much closer, this one is between two bulkheads, and this one is closer to the aft part. So nothing matches the original bulkhead of the kit. So that's why we are playing and dealing with all this masking tape. Now I will mark nails. What it was? 2, 3? 2, and some of them were 3, so wider planks I will make 3 nails. Like these 2 will be with 3 nails, in some places. And where is my marker? Sharpened end of the file. This is just perfect tool for marking. Okay, Krum, can we go to New York? Just guess why. I want to see the remains of the gunboat. And actually we have 1, 2, 3, 4 even in some places. Oh, nice. Just because on the drawings for this deck we have first beam with nails, and all of them 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Here is not visible. 4, 4, 4, 4 nails. So let's repeat. On this beam we have 4 nails. Quite often we can see a bigger quantity of nails on the when we have butt joint of planks, or which are entering or ends in the rabbet. So they have 7, 8 nails on inner or outer planking. So yeah, makes sense to have 4 nails on this beam. So this is what I will do, but probably I will mark it because I want to have straight line here. So let me cut another one, a strip of masking tape, 4.4. Just to mark. Oh no, my camera is playing this trick. It's favorite trick of my camera. Guys, you are my witnesses. Krum said, sure, we are going to New York. Okay, this is probably the only beam which matches the location of the bulkheads in the kit, but the only one. So now let's nail it. 4, so let me all of them 4. Yes, all of them 4. I can do something like this, and 2 nails in between to make them more even, with the same distance, I mean. This one will not be visible, but let's make it. So now I will make on the wider, as I said, 3 nails. Something like this. This is wide also. And this one. And this one. Okay, let's make here same. And here. And I will repeat it on this one, 3. And I will make 3 nails here. On this one. And here. And on this one. And here. So the rest I will put 2 nails. It's not will be visible, but okay. Let's make it. I will put another nail here. Something will be visible. So 1 nail is right here, 1 is here, 1 is here, next one is here. Not to miss this one. This piece which I was inserting into that gap, so I'm counting as 1 plank right here, same as here. So this is, I'm just ignoring this connection between piece and real plank. Maybe I will put 3 nails here and just for something different here. And we have knee in the end of the bow. So let me move a little this model so I can show you the bow of it. No, wrong direction. Okay, it's too difficult to look on the screen. It's like in a mirror and do something watching in the mirror. Okay, I need a drill. And I believe I'm keeping this drill bit from the previous weekend, so it's the same one. Let's drill it. Oh, forgot to mark this one. 1, 2. And another one. Ha! Forgot to mark this one. The rest are marked. Okay, and let me check the knee, or what was another term? Where is it? Not on this drawing, of course. It was somewhere here. I have seen the term. Breast hook. Yeah, because it's just like V-shaped knee, but it is breast hook, but I need caliper. Where is my caliper? Caliper, it's right here. Millimeters. 43 in our scale. This is 28 millimeters. Just to check if it is visible when we will place the gun carriage, or in that whole construction for sliding. Just to check if it is visible. And I believe so, yes, it is visible. So let's mark it. It's not convenient with a caliper. And I can't find my ruler in millimeters, so I just will use this one. It also can't fit properly. but it is about 1 inch and 1/4 of an inch. So, and let's nail it also to this knee. Save with 3 nails. Nothing more there. Okay. Drill bit. Oh. So I will make picture right now. I still think that when we will put knee under this beautiful ends, they should be nailed also. Right, Chrome? Okay, let me make picture of it. So I can post it on Facebook in our group. Oh, come on. Just need to put somewhere here. Oh, come on. Why it is not working? I just want to open chat so I can see, because I can see comments immediately somehow on my phone when they are jumping, but not on my screen. They are properly hidden or just not showing up. Okay, now I will remove this. We'll make a slight polishing with a Scotch-Brite. Or if actually I haven't removed masking tape before drilling, so maybe I don't need Scotch-Brite, but still. Some traces from pencil. And Scotch-Brite. More traces from a pencil. So now let's fill them with putty, if I remember where I have put it. Somewhere in such place where I will easily find it. Right here. Almost easily. Yeah, it is inconvenient that I don't have electricity. Maybe I have some electrical masters in this live chat and somebody who lives in Connecticut. I really need help with these lights to fix properly. And as I said before, I am with wires and cables not really friendly. If I have burned on my first model 240 LEDs before I finally actually the owner of the store where I was buying resistors, he asked me like what I'm doing. I told him how many lights I have, what is my DC adapter. He calculated proper resistors and told me like this will do the job. So, right, thank you. So this is my knowledge in electricity, in electrical stuff. Just a small drop. Just meditation with these filling holes. one is not filled properly. Like this. Another one need to refill. Well, that was a mistake to blow. Better not to blow. Have I missed any questions, comments? I think I got imbir fur directly into my eye. Just very annoying. Who has cats and dogs can understand me when you're getting fur into your eyes. And if I missed any comments, please drop them in the regular comments under the video after the live stream. I will answer them. Okay, 3 beams, 2 more left, and we can finally apply shellac. Another piece of putty. Actually, this is convenient. I'm getting out of the jar a bigger piece, and then I'm just taking or cutting to small pieces so I can apply them on the deck. More convenient because it's very difficult to dig from the jar every time. Okay, let me turn off the sound on my phone because I forgot. It shouldn't ring during the air. And the last beam finally. Come on, just a small piece. the last few nails on the breast hook or V-shaped knee in the bow. In my language it will be knee. In English there is a term breast hook. Thank you, Daniel. I missed probably some comments. Oh, you are talking about Spitfire. Now I understood. Understood what was the topic of the conversation in the chat. Refill one nail. Okay, two. And this one. Now let's apply shellac. So let me vacuum clean it also. And I'm constantly saying, like, don't vacuum clean your finished completed models, because accidentally you can pull something small, it will pull next piece or rope or line, and you can completely destroy your model. You can vacuum clean models when they are at the stage of the hull, like this one, and it's not dangerous to vacuum clean it. But in the moment you are gluing small bits and pieces, parts which are very easy to damage, better not to vacuum clean the model. But right now I will. So I will turn off the microphone for the vacuum cleaning and we'll turn it off immediately I will finish. Just I will taking care of your ears. done. So let's apply shellac. Okay. If I remember, it's not alcohol, it's acetone. Oh, I have somewhere alcohol. So we have garnet. And we have yellow shellac. I'm not showing every time how I'm diluting shellac, but it's constantly what I'm getting in comments. I'm getting questions like how to dilute, how to mix shellac, and where to buy, etc. And I remember I have shown it somewhere at the beginning of the lives with Gunboat Philadelphia, maybe in from 5th to 10th video, in somewhere in between. In this spot you can find where I was mixing these two colors. I also remember I have shown exactly in painting the bowsprit on the frigate HMS Boreas, because I was painting repainted bowsprit. It was red. I repainted into yellow ochre and covered it with shellac. I sprayed it with actually airbrush. I like the effect which I'm getting with an airbrush. And this is interesting topic, because somebody who built the model started to paint bowsprit into red. When a British fleet, they always had yellow ochre, and red bowsprits you can see on the Spanish ships, but not on the Royal Navies. I will need a brush. Which one to use? It's a very difficult question. Maybe this one. So when I was repainting the bowsprit, I diluted shellac. And I remember that I mixed these two colors, garnet and yellow shellac, or orange shellac, on lives, but I don't remember in which one. So I have also a separate video for sponsors, and it is very easy to find, but if you are a sponsor of the channel, exactly only about how to mix shellac, how to filter it for an airbrush, everything what is useful for using shellac, and how to make flakes in this beautiful liquid. I'm making the most concentrated possible. Just I like to apply less layers, but I also will unclamp the model, so I will reapply also on in the cockpit, because if you remember, I made a few nails after applying shellac, so I got some white spots. I need to reapply shellac. So this was also another question: can I nail the deck or planks after applying shellac? Yes, you can, but you have to reapply shellac. And let me check the camera. So I'm thinking about these 3 decks. Maybe I will make 1 layer, maximum 2, just to make a little lighter shade, but I'm not sure. So let's apply it. And try not to make it very thick, like when it is almost leaking. Just half dry brush, so you will not get spots. Oh, how interesting. Probably when I was cutting planks into strips, or the deck board into strips, probably I should mix one from left, one from one side, left from right, because one half was more brownish, another were more yellowish. Interesting effect. Too late already, so it will be already like this. Zebra. So I will apply it in the cockpit also, or reapply it. And maybe I will make 2nd layer in the cockpit, because I'm still getting this whitish spot. Yeah, you can clean the entire layer of shellac just with cotton swabs and alcohol to reapply the entire layer. And yes, today on the title, it was pure Photoshop when I was like applying shellac. I just colored it with Photoshop because this is what I'm doing right now. And yes, you can glue easily everything with PVA glue to varnished surface with shellac. It's alcohol based, so it dries very fast and you can easily glue everything. But this cannot be the case with oils. If you oiled surface, it's pain in the neck to glue something with PVA to it and with any other glues. So that's why if you are planning to use oils, glue all details, knees, parts, and then you can apply oil. Because when you will apply it, nothing can be glued to it. That's why I like shellacs more than oils. But we can use oil, for example, from the outer planking. And another one deck, the last deck. And I will apply second layer on the ceiling planking. And there it was garnet. Stick my fingers into shellac. Good job. Okay, something like this. Now let's reapply on the ceiling planking also, or add another layer, not reapply. Yes, it is possible to airbrush the shellac, but I'm using filters for the top, which you can install directly into the airbrush, because you still can get some crumbs of it, so better to clean or to filter it through filters, and then you can apply it with airbrush. And actually it is such smooth surface. If you can see that why I'm making minimum 2 layers, because after first layer you can see sort of lighter, darker spots, something soaked more deeper or something is not. So when you will apply second layer, it will be beautiful smooth surface. But with airbrush it is smooth surface immediately. The only problem is it is drying instantly practically, so you have to airbrush closer than when you are using it for the paint. So you have to move a little closer to your model with an airbrush, and then everything is fine. But I need to clean it, I believe, or this one was acetone. Okay, acetone will do the job also. But I just want to clean my airbrush, my brush. This is not an airbrush, just a brush. But today my brush got promotion, it became airbrush. Okay. Now garnet. I have some paper towels just to keep it from damaging. And let me check the field of depth on my camera. And now garnet. Okay, stick my fingers into it. So this is second layer of garnet on ceiling planking. Preferably without applying it to the deck, or it will be visible. Cotton swabs can help if something is really very visible. Okay, I need to move something because I have slicer in my way. Can't move further model. Now let's go on another side. Oh, I forgot to clean these two whitish spots of glue. Now it's wet. It's too late. We'll do it after drying. I will apply 1 or 2 more coats just to make it darker even. So on the deck maybe I will make only 1 more coat. And on the ceiling planking I will make maybe another 2, let's say. We'll see. But now you can see clearly this white spot. This is where I touched with probably plank with glue, with PVA glue soaked into the fibers or pores, and I haven't noticed on time, and that's how when after drying it wasn't visible, but when I apply shellac it becomes very visible. And it is even more visible if you are applying any stains or oils. That's why I'm scraping off all the extra glue, because this is the best way to clean it from fibers also. And definitely not to wash it with cotton swabs and water, because it will soak even deeper and then it will be even more impossible to remove. And I think we can apply second coat right now because it's already dry. So second coat of yellow shellac on the decks, I mean. So let me clean my brush and we can apply second coat. Let me check field of depth on my camera because I moved model. So yes, I believe 2 will be enough. I like it already. Perfect. Just to make even color, with second layer it is the whitish spots disappeared. So let's make even color on the midsection deck. Try to avoid such puddles which I created right now, because they will dilute previous layer and it become sticky if you apply too thick layer, or it will make a puddle. It's alcohol, and shellac is very quick to react to alcohol and to get that sticky surface. So that's why half dry brush will do the job. Or just spread it as fast as possible if you spilled a lot of shellac. Just thin it so it will not dilute previous layer. Something like this. I like it already. And this one. Wrong direction. Like this, you can see it. Perfect. And at this angle you can see my knee in the bow, how I nailed planks to it. So this is what I'm actually curious if I have to nail these two planks, which are this beautiful shape. And I haven't seen if Krum heard me and answered my question, should it be nailed? Because originally it was with the knee, and I will make knee in the future, so probably I will nail it. Because it can't hang in the air for sure like this. And there was the knee, so should be nailed. And because we need to sand outer planking before working on it with nails, etc., we need to wait until this shellac will dry. So probably I will not do anything today serious, but I want to read paragraph from this book by Bratton, John Bratton. There is some notes about planking and nailing the outer planking, so let me read it also. This is what we need to know before nailing. And another, I mentioned it because of nails on this boat. I got a comment, regular comment, like why I'm not nailing planks on the frames which are in the kit, and I was supposed to, I should explain that this is not real frames, this is just bulkheads, construction of the kit manufacturer. But they are not real frames, they are just bulkheads. And real frames, 39 on the gunboat, or 29, 39, don't remember what was the quantity on each side. Need to check. But we nailed real frames, not somebody's imagination or just kit design, skeleton of the kit. So let me clean. What is this here? Just some dust stuck in the corner. So let me read paragraph which I marked also about planking. So I want to move it a little. Maybe I will move video also. And this is what I want to read. So let me also change field of depth. So the Philadelphia is planked with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, it was 4 under the whale. Just when I read 5, like stop. 5. We really have 5 planks. 1 is above the whale and 4 under the whale. So yeah, that is correct. 5, 1 each inch and a half thick white oak strakes. Figure 7.3. Which one is this? This is the real width. Yeah, it is with the drawing here. The lowermost strake is spiked directly to the outside edge of the bottom planking, so we probably have to nail it also. I will check the 3D model. The letterhead already been beveled, flashed. Individual strakes are composed of the 3 or 4 planks that butt each other on the center of a frame. Yeah, we did that. The planks are fastened to every frame with a minimum of 4 iron nails. So 4 or 5 we can do that, because we have in some places wider planks in towards the bow and stern. So and the rest can be 4 nails. Good. Strake ends are secured in their rivets with 7 or 8 nails, same as with with ceiling planking. 7 or 8 nails driven into the stem or stern post. The edges of the planks are beveled, probably to receive caulking material. Yeah, I am usually doing this on my models always, but this was also the case with the real boat, so it was beveled, and we beveled them also. But this is something necessary to do when you are planking any models, because of the curvature of the frame. Let me switch to a bigger screen. And we have 90 degrees planks, so when you are putting them without beveling, you are getting such crack, like triangular crack, very big one, eye poking. And on the models it is very visible. So that may not be the case with real ships, but on the models I'm beveling edges of each plank on every model. So with this I think I will finish today a little earlier, because I can't sand, because we need to sand first, prepare this, let me raise it. We need to prepare surface before making nails, and outer planking is quite, I need to sand, especially in the bow when I made some smashes when I was bending it with soldering iron or plank bender. So it definitely have to be sanded and polished with Scotch-Brite, and then we can mark frames and nail. And actually this time it will be easier to mark frames. We just can transfer them from the inside on the outer one, because this is the same frame where we nailed inner planking or ceiling planking. So we just need to repeat all the marks outside. And because we will have also cap rail or plank shear. In my language it is plank shear, but there is another term for the specific one, cap rail, and it will be like, it will divide inner and outer plank, and it will not be that visible if you will misplace somewhere a little bit, so everything is fine. And I think this is it for today. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. And right now I will go and make a post on the wall of the channel, or post tab, community tab, with the next group build, which kit, and we'll create a poll so we can vote for the second model after this, because this small kit with a dinghy I think I can build in 5-6 episodes. It is a small boat, but still there are some parts and details which we can improve. So this is what we will do. And I'm just talking because I know we have this 20 up to 40 seconds delay on air, so just I'm waiting for questions. Can't see any. If no questions, then yeah, we can finish 10 minutes earlier today. This is rare when I can finish earlier. Usually I'm delaying. So with this I wish you a very nice rest of the day or evening, and thank you very much for coming, for joining me in this adventure with boat, and thank you very much for supporting my channel, because as you can see I need to fix the light, because right now above my head I don't have light, that's why my face is dark, but I have all these additional lights around, but it's dark right in front of me. So I need to search for electrical master or electrician who can fix it, because I think this is not a bulb, this is some fixed entire light fixture is dead because of the age. So with this, I'm saying you goodbye and see you tomorrow, guys.